All right, so we're at it again. Back to DCS. This mission, turn 11. Uh, Kind of doing a fun one on this one. Kind of getting bored of destroying SAM sites or failing at destroying SAM sites. So we're gonna fail at destroying the ship group that's out here at whatever their code name is, Jaguar. So they have two albatrosses and two Neustrash and one Peter. Peter. We're gonna just call it Peter. Uh, the Peter, I think, is the one that with the big ass ring around it. I think that's the destroyer model, or not destroyer model, the battle cruiser or whatever hell class it is. I don't even know. But I think that's the one that's got the big red ring. There's going to be a lot of ships aren't easy to knock out of the sky with some missiles. So this is probably going to be another mission failure. I don't know if I'm going to get blown out of the sky because I think I'm going to use harpoons. Um, but we'll get to that in a second. My loadout and what the plan of attack is. But that's the main target there is the Peter. So with that, I'm actually going to delay my takeoff a little bit. I might even push it out a little further. Because of the threat rings in the area and the AI stupidity, I'm going to use 8 F-16s. No, I'm sorry. 4 A-10s and 4 F-15s to take out the S-300 site at Scorpio. I'm hoping with that, uh, that'll be good. Now, I have the F-15s who don't seem to have any air-to-ground capabilities, which may be accurate. I don't know. But if I go in a custom loadout here, I don't have any air-to-ground anythings in any of the pylons to knock that stuff all out. It's all air to air, which makes them great cap ships, but not for air to ground. So we're throwing them up as escort, but we're really doing that as cannon fodder. Is really what we're doing here. I figure we got some money. I'm gonna spend it, and it's becoming too easy. Where the army's just kind of like plowing through them. They don't have any ground forces. They don't have any air defense. We're just kind of won the game already. So here I figured, why not go after the ship, right? So, but before I do, I don't want that S-300 taking us out. And then the other threat ring in here is the S-10, SA-10, whatever this stuff is, S-75M's Volov. So we got on the Volov one, which is, what was it, Fawn? Yeah, Fawn. We got 8 F-16s going after that. So we got 8 F-16s going after Fawn, 4 A-10s going after Scorpio with the S-300. And then when those guys are done, hopefully they do something, and then that'll free up the threat rings at least from the SAM sites, so we can come in at Jaguar. So there's three of us FA-18s that have the AGM 84Ds. Yeah, the harpoons. So these are missiles that will cruise for a little while. You has a air to ground radar on it. You tell it when to search for a missile or search for a target. It finds the target and it goes after it. So not very precision because you can't say I want this particular ship. So I'm gonna have four on them on mine, and so too are the other two ships in my flight. So I'm hoping the sortie is gonna at least we're gonna send enough of these harpoons at these ships where the anti-ship defenses are saturated and some get through. I don't expect to sink the ship because it's such a mammoth, like they got big ass hulls and shit like that. So we're just gonna throw some harpoons at it and spray and pray kind of thing. So but hopefully not get shot down by the SAM sites, which is why I have the dead missions on Scorpio and Fawn. So kind of a fun little mission. I'm hoping anyway. I think what we'll do is while we're in the holding pattern, waiting for our turn to go up there and do our thing. Um, we'll kind of watch the A10s and then the F16s take out Scorpio and Vaughn. So probably a long video. Feel free to skip ahead. I really don't care. Um, but I think it'd be fun either way to at least make the video and see what happens. Maybe the AI is better at taking out SAM sites than I am, because we know without GPS guided bombs, I'm not doing it, right? So I've tried everything. It's just not good. Harms are failing miserably. I don't know. I don't know what their loadout is going to be. So we'll go from there and see what's up. So without further ado, I will meet you in the cockpit. And what I'll actually do is I'll set up the, because we got some time. I'll set up the harpoons and then kind of briefly go over how to set those up for that. Um, the range on the harpoon is 70 miles. That's one thing I did look up to make sure I don't fire too far away or whatever. But I think they give you an in-range cue. But all right, so without further ado, let's do it. All right, so we're sitting here on the taxiway, or on the ramp rather, and I'm noticing timing is everything on this particular mission. So we need to make sure we're on time on target after the A10s and the F16s do their thing. So it looks like our time for takeoff is 17:27 after the mission, and we're at 17:03. So we got about 30 minutes of sitting here waiting. In the meantime, oh, and then we got to hold for some time here. Unfortunately, I can't see the departing time. But and then we join up with everyone else, and then we ingress, and then we attack at 17:45, right? So 45 minutes after the mission start, which is what I set it up as. But in the meantime, we're just sitting here wasting gas. Not a lot of gas. Our fuel flow is only 600, which I think is gallons per minute or something. I don't know, whatever the metric is. It says fuel flow times 100. So we're not using a lot, right? So I think we're just going to sit here. I tried to set up on the stores page, setting up the harpoons. You can choose what mode, but currently only one mode is selected or available, is BOL, I guess. The flight, high, medium, and low. I think high is 30,000, medium is 15,000, and low is 5,000. So we're going to set them all up for low. So they cruise at 5,000, and then they terminate, or when they go terminal, meaning I found my target, I'm attacking my target. Do you want them to skim on the ground, or do you want to skim on the ground and then 500 feet before the target pop up and then come down on the target? So popping up and coming down on the target does more damage to maybe anti-ship defenses, but at the same time, it makes them easier to shoot out of the sky. So I think we're going to just keep them at skim, and maybe these guys over here will do something different. I can't really control what they do. But what I can't do is on the UFC, we can say, how long after I fire the missile do you want it to turn on its air-to-ground radar to search for targets? Doing this too early could mean like, hey, I found a target and it's not the intended target. So I want to make sure I'm within range. Like, I know how far away the target is because of the waypoint. So I know exactly when I want them to turn on their target, on their air-to-ground radar to attack. And then on top of that, when do you want them to self-destruct? How many miles after they've been launched do you want them to self-destruct so they don't blow anything else up? I don't really care about this because it's a simulator and I really don't give a shit. But max range is 70 miles. So how far away are we to the target to like maybe do 5 miles after how far away we are, and then we'll know, okay, you can self-destruct at that point. And then the bearing to the target, that's the big key there. What bearing do you want them to fly into their target? Well, it depends on my flight path, right? Like, I don't know what my bearing is going to be at the time I want to launch. So we're going to get up there and set all that up. So like I said, probably a long video here. I'll pause just to kind of shorten it a little bit. We'll kind of check in on the A10s and F-16s, see how they're doing. But for us, we're just kind of sit here, ready five, waiting for our time to take off in 20 minutes. So just because with the AIs in my flight, I can control them a little bit. I can give them orders or whatever. I don't want to take off before the time, and then they're burning up fuel faster than maybe I am. We're just gonna sit here and wait. So with that in mind, we'll check our F10 map, kind of see how everyone else is doing right now. So we got our A10s doing. Where's no? They're supposed to be attacking something up here. It doesn't really show that. Oh, these are F-16s. Don't think the A-10s are up in the air yet. They should be taking off here shortly. F-16s are still taking off. A-10s are sitting over here. So it doesn't look like they have the waypoint for their target. Maybe I should abandon this mission and just make sure I set that up right. In the meantime, I'll pause the video because they're just gonna fly to their holding pattern and sit there for a while and wait. So we'll go ahead and pause it for now, see what they do. We might have to redo this mission if they don't have a waypoint for their target. They may not just it may not just show up here. Um, that's kind of confusing. They don't have the land. They got the split, but they don't have the land. So maybe they're just not showing the intended target. But all right, yeah. So let me pause and I'll see you in a few minutes or 20. While I was waiting, I was looking around and it does look like we have our SAM site that we purchased up and running. Not that there's any aircraft for it to shoot down, but might help shoot down enemy missiles that are attacking us. Might be kind of cool. And our front line is really not doing anything. Because they should be. We didn't have any frontline units. That's right. This is all the frontline units from uh, Al to Al Ain. So that's all these units here. But all right, back to paused. All right, so the F-16s are still kind of circling in their holding pattern, but I'm noticing the A-10s aren't doing anything at all. I don't know if it's because they have a shorter flight time, but I think we are about 7 minutes to takeoff. Probably got about a 3 minute taxi. So I think the A-10s aren't doing anything. I don't want to get in their way, but I think we're gonna go take off at this point. So let me get my feet on my pedals, and we'll head out. Turn this down a little bit so they're not so loud in my ears. All right, that's my whole flight, unfortunately. I wish I had another ship. My flight. See if the A-10s are doing anything now that I'm moving out of the way. No, they're still sitting there. I hope they're not broken, but we'll find out. All right, I'm gonna get ready to probably so against standard operating procedures, but I'm getting get ready to dump my centerline tank there when total fuel matches the internal fuel, and we'll know it's empty, and we can just dump it. How's the F-16s doing? Looks like they're heading to their join spot. These guys are not. Maybe they're still holding. No, they're heading to join. They'll get there eventually, I guess. Let's see, where am I? Okay, coming up on my left turn. And I'm going to throw up my HMD. So I can have situational awareness on those guys there on my flight. And nobody's landing. Nobody's on the runway, so we're going to be our own air traffic control and just take off without permission.
Enfield 1-1, unable to clear for takeoff.
That's me. I'm on the runway.
Enfield 1-1, you are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE 29.87.
All right, so we're doing it 3 minutes early, 2 minutes early, whatever. I'll pull up my controllers here too. Get a little left to right crosswind to deal with here. Nose wheel steering is off, using the rudder now. Terribly. Rotating. And we got a positive rate, so we're gonna gear up, flaps up. Number 2 is rolling. We're going to pull up our HSI. Oops. And we're gonna auto throttle at 300 knots. And let's go to waypoint 1, which is off to the left here. And that is our hold waypoint. And we're supposed to be at 25,000 feet. I don't see that. It's probably our guys. 024. Maybe the helicopters? I don't know. I'm not worried about it. AWACS doesn't have it. We'll tune into AWACS though. Just in case. Now, if the way AWACS tells us there's a pop-up group, then we know. Actually, I have no defense, air-to-air defenses on my ship right now, so. And this wind, though, that's going to be fun landing. All right, I think I trimmed out the wing trim. And if you're curious what this marking is, that's our harpoon's targeting information, which is not really set at this point. So I could go into my stores page and turn it off, but there is an alignment time, and I figured I'd just leave it on. So ignore the line with the X. Let's check in on the A-10s. Oh, that's Liwa. Oh, they're finally moving. All right. Okay. Not broken, I guess. And you know what? I'm going to take the RWR off my HUD for now, just to kind of clean it up a little bit. Checking on my wingman. We're supposed to be, what, 25,000 feet? Yeah. That's the ship. Oh, we're screwed. If he's already getting us. Oh my god, he launched. So that's interesting. Yeah, yeah. They're already firing on us. That is not good. We're not going to get close. We're not even going to get close. What's waypoint 4? 50 miles away. Okay. We're going to have to rethink our attack here. I knew the ship was going to be nasty. Nasty, nasty. Alright, let's go back to waypoint 1. And then I'm going to turn down my RWR. Wow. That was the ship that we're trying to attack, firing at us from 50 miles out. And our ingress waypoint is nowhere near 50 miles. So... oh, crap. I'm burning fuel like crazy. Damn it. And I didn't set a bingo. Freaking noob. Just make sure... oh, Joker's 3,400. Alright. Interesting. How's our F-16s doing? Not even ingressing yet. Oh, these guys are out already. With all their munitions. Ugh, that's not good. So, if they're shooting at 50 miles and we have a range of 70, maybe what I do is we sail out to sea and screw our flight plan and just get our boys to drop some stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that. Where are they? Okay, they're right on my ass. There they are. I'm not sure which ones are mine and which ones are the other ones. This is going to be interesting because I don't have a waypoint for the harpoons to turn to. So I think we're going to fly out to sea for a little bit here. And then try to just like, maybe they'll shoot them down for us. $160, $80. Okay. So let me pull off this. So we're 70 miles out now, so technically in range. So let's go to air-to-ground mode. Turn this back to... well, our FLIR's not going to see anything, is it? We're too far out. Put this on HSI. Weapon designate. Yeah, we're too far out. That's what I thought. Okay. How are we going to do this? This is weird. Let's, we'll get to 80 miles out, and then we'll turn in, get our bearing. We'll have 10 miles to set up our harpoons. For now, though, let's make sure low and skim on are on every station. Low skim, low skim, low skim, low skim. All right. So the only thing we have to change is the search and destruct. So we're going to say search 20 miles, maybe? Let's do 20. Search 20, enter. Step 20, enter. Step 20, enter. And step 20, enter. For the self-destruct, we're going to say 70 miles. SA2. All right, I need my SA. Okay, we're we're outside the threat range, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, I got it. I see it. All right, this is very confusing. All right, so we're going to go back into this. We're going to set our self-destruct at 70 miles for each one. So that's the max range anyway. All right, and then we'll just make sure the search is 20 and destruct is 70 on each station. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, they are. So the only thing left we have to program is the bearing. Five miles should do it, right? Let's slow down to 250 knots. Where are my peeps at? They're still behind me. So the bearing to the target, we might be able to get. Bra is 79. Okay. So bearing. Stop. UFC. Bearing. 79. Stop. 79. Stop. 79. Stop. 79. Okay. So we'll turn into bearing 079. I'll probably have to give my flight some orders. I don't know if that worked. Okay. Bearing is not quite 79. So we got 6 miles to figure that out. Bearing is 84. All right, so switching that. UFC. Bearing 83. 83, enter. Stop. 83, enter. Stop. 83, enter. Stop. 83, enter. I think I'm just going to fire mine. I can't tell them to fire theirs. I don't know how. Wingman. F1. Engage. Cover me. Jettison weapons? No. Go to maybe? F3.
Flight.
I'm just going to have them go to their route. Maybe they'll do something.
Copy.
Maybe they won't. Alright, I'm going to gain some speed. 70 miles away. We were getting pinged at 50, maybe right when I cross. As long as we're not within 20 miles, we'll be okay. I want them to do their mission. F6, that's it.
Flight.
Attack primary target and rejoin.
2, 3, engaging the other target. 2, running in. 3, running in. 2, missile away. 3, missile away. 2, missile away.
Alright, I'm out of here. All harpoons are good to go. We're gonna turn away from the target and return to base. And then we'll check out the missiles and see if they do anything. Okay, so all their missiles are away. Let's bring them back in. Formation, F5.
Flight. Go trail.
Trail me. Sure. Alright, F6. F10. What do we got out in the air? A lot of AGMs. But only one. Oh, lots of them. Okay. Guys. Okay, they're not listening. I need to tell them to return to base. F3, return
Flight.
to base.
RTB. 3, copy. 2, 3, RTB.
Okay, so F6. So we got 5,000 feet, bearing 83. I told them 84 or 83, I think. So they're just going to start looking for their targets. Meanwhile, let me 7,000 pounds of fuel. We'll auto throttle and do that, and then we'll kind of do a nice little holding pattern right here. Okay. Is that our ship? Hopefully that's our ship. What else do we got for missiles? Okay, at least they're heading away. So yeah, we got 3 sets of 4 heading towards, at least heading towards our target. I don't know if they're gonna, there's civilian craft over here they're gonna find and go terminal on. But these guys seem to be the closest, so keep an eye on these. So we'll know they found their target when they dive down and skim the water about 50 to 100 feet off the, and they're detected. And they're not. That wasn't me, was it? No. They're probably going to attack the wrong target. That's probably not even.
On spike, 10 o'clock.
That's definitely not our target. Our target's closer to the shore. Shut up.
2, on spike, 10 o'clock.
Okay, they're not going after that ship, which is good. Oh, they're getting shot at already. There's our target. Aww. Alright, some of them are skimming already. This isn't looking good. So, out of all of that, we have 4 AGMs. I'm going to say they're mine because I set them up right. I don't know if I can tell, but I can look at the TAC view and find out. They're quite a ways away. Let's see. 20 miles away. How am I doing on fuel? Good. This is a nasty, nasty place. They're trying to shoot them down. Ah! I think that's all of them. Oh, and we still got some. Ah! Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. We're not getting anywhere near them. That's it. That's all of them. So we did nothing. Nothing at all. And we are Winchester, I believe. Yep. That would be Winchester. We are done. All right, let's head home. Actually, let's not. Let's hold our altitude, hold our attitude. F10. How's the F-16s? Are they back already? Yep. What about the A-10s? All by themselves, without their escort. Fantastic. Alright, we're going to start our trip home here, just because it'll take a while. $48 miles, so not too far. We're gonna come like here. The SAM sites are pissing me off. It's just the SAM sites. It's not even the ship. That should be good. Might need our landing light. Okay, so we got 2 A10s out of the 4. We've lost 6 ships so far based on their. If I switch over to this, we've lost 6 aircraft. So I think we just head home. I mean, this guy's really close to his target. By really close, I mean a few miles. 4 miles. Like really close. Ooh, it got dark. And he's shooting. They're not getting shot down, which is a good sign. All right, 20 miles out. I think we're gonna. Let's check out this guy and then we'll. Lots of things on fire there. Okay, so they went after the Shilkas first. I don't know if they're Winchester or... Definitely not Winchester. And they can hold a lot of stuff. That's cool. Alright, so... That's a little bright. Okay, let's call it in. ATC... Aldafra, F3, inbound.
1-1, inbound.
If I don't do that, they won't turn on their lights. So. Hello? Oh, I gotta turn on my comm. Aldafra.
Infield 1-1, inbound. Infield 1-1, fly heading 022, Fort 3, QFE 29.87, runway 13.
13. So we'll set our course line for 13. So they don't tell you if it's left or right, which is awesome. We took off from, I think it was the right one here, so maybe we'll land on the left just to Play it safe.
Altitude. Altitude.
Yeah, they're landing on the left.
Enfield 1-1. Cleared for visual. Contact tower.
And we'll slow down here. All right, gear down. Flaps at half. Let's reduce the brightness. Oops, not turn off the HUD. I don't want that. It's the AOA I want down. All right, we're at 800 feet-ish. Flaps at full. Get this AOA brightness down. There we go. Okay. So that was kind of blindy. Three miles will turn base.
Enfield 1-1. Request landing.
Let's kill our HMD too. Okay, we're gonna land on, well, no, I can make it. Just gotta get lower. It's going to be a tight turn to final. This doesn't give me clearance, but we're landing. Let's turn on our landing lights too. Best landing ever.
Enfield 1-1. Check landing gear. Wind 097 at 4 meters per second. Runway 13.
Went down a little hard. Soften that landing up a little bit. There we go. Nice soft landing. Board's out, brakes are on. Okay, board's in. Not really sure where to go on this. Got a taxiway coming up. We'll go to the left. Awesome.
Enfield 1-1. Taxi to parking area.
I think we'll do that just to get out of the way of anybody else. Straight. That's where we're parking. Right about. Go up. Right here. Okay, let's check our F10 map. Actually, we'll go ahead and turn on our. Oh, they are on. Turn on our flashlight then? Okay. So, countermeasures off. They weren't even on. And AMPCD off. HUD off. DDI's off. Oxygen off. Lights off. Flaps at half. Parking brake on. Oh no, flaps at full. And undo that. We'll fold the wings just to be nice. And we'll turn off our console lights. And we'll kill the throttle on both engines. And then open the canopy. Set our bingo back down to 0. Rattle off. And battery off. Okay, so we are done here. Let's look to see how our A10s are doing. They should be on their way back. Yep, they're landing now. Cool. All right, so we'll quit the mission. And we'll see what damage we did. We didn't do shit, but what damage our AI did. Alright. Oh, I gotta switch to desktop and then accept results. So we lost 4 F-16s and 2 A-10s. They lost nothing. Okay, we saw stuff blown up, whatever. And then come back to here and delete all this stuff. And our front line is almost up all the way already. And God damn it. They killed the Shilkas. They didn't kill all the launchers and the. Yeah, we shouldn't have done it dead. We should have done a seed. I just didn't want them throwing harms. Oh well. So that SAM site's still active, but down 2 tracking radars. That might help. This site is completely up and fine, no problems. So the F-16s did nothing. Okay. And obviously we did nothing. We couldn't even get close. Not even close. So harpoons are not the way to go, or we need a lot more ships. So what do we have for air defenses here? So now we got 8 Hornets because I ordered some more. 4 F-16s. We're going to have to order some more of that. I don't know. What's our front line? Ground forces. Yeah, we're good there. Could probably take the base, right? Oops. I didn't mean to minimize. I had to close. I got 1 ground unit. And then this might be a little more difficult to take than Al Ain was. So good to know. All right, so we're just over the hour. Another mission failure, but I didn't get blown out of the sky, so that's the good news, I guess. Our missiles didn't get anywhere near it. But yeah, so hopefully that was an exciting, awesome time. All right, see ya.